Om Sai Ishwaraya Vidmahi Satyadevaya Dhimahi Tanna Sarva Prachodayat. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karvavahai Tejasvinavaditamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Shri Sai Ram. Good morning. Welcome to the first day of the retreat. We start on full moon day, and the understanding that we have to live with and make it a part of our practice is how to live a life of surrender. Mind has a tendency to plan, and mind has created very carefully its ideas that has made us prisoners of our ideas and beliefs. Whereas we've come to experience this flow of consciousness. And this flow of consciousness is an intelligent life force. And it is always in a state of flow. What is a flow? Flow means that something that doesn't stop. Flow means something that goes on and on and on. Flow means perpetuity. Flow means eternity. Flow means immortality. Flow means an energetic life force that is constantly there. It doesn't come, it doesn't go. No birth, no death. That which is eternal and that which is ever present and that which is the flow is what we all have come to experience. There is a truth of this universe, there is a truth of this creation, and this truth is always there. And this truth of creator's creation and all the beings who are part of this creation, including you, me, the birds that are chirping outside, the butterflies that are flapping their wings, the rustling of the leaves, the trees, the plants, all of them are part of that flow, and that which we have come to experience. We have actually come to experience ourselves only, because we are part of the creation and we are part of the creation of the creator. And this has to be experienced in a bodily frame which is carrying this eternity inside itself as that consciousness. And so therefore the body, the human body, the body that we all of us have, with all its limitations, with all its goodness, is the instrument for us to experience that flow. Okay? This is the play of creation. This is the play in which this drama of human life is to be understood. And this is what we have come, each one of us, to actually experience. Now, how will this experience actually take place? Is a question that we must ask ourselves. That if this is really what it is, and if this is really the truth of everything, not just some selected people who are present here, but that's the truth of everybody. It's a universal law. And that's why anything which is universal is called truth. What is truth? Truth is what is not subject to death, disease, or decay. And truth is something that was, that is, and that shall remain. That is truth. So this understanding is essential for us. This is important for us to understand that consciousness is the only thing which satisfies this criteria, that it is not subject to death, disease, and decay, because human body cannot qualify for it, because human body falls into all the three categories. It decays, it has disease, and it dies. So it cannot be the truth. Human body does not qualify the criteria of that it was, it is, and it shall remain. So it has an expiry date to it. It has a limited lifespan. So therefore, it cannot be the truth. Our bodies, therefore, each one of us, if today we can, we mentally understand it. But today I want you to energetically understand what I'm saying and feel it inside your body. That our bodies, each one of us should actually take this insight and say, my body is not my truth. This has to be understood. This has to be experienced. If for one day you were to just focus on this, then please take your time to focus on it. We are so obsessed with our bodies. We are so invested in our bodies that anything happens to it, we just start feeling completely out of our own depth. We start panicking, we start reacting, we start, worrying. But this worry, this fear, this anxiety, this restlessness is because of what we spoke yesterday, is because of avidya, ignorance. Because we have not, despite all lectures, despite all readings, we have not reconciled, we have not sat with ourselves, we have not sat in our silence and agreed internally that I am not this body. And that is why Till the time we are not able to do this, we are not able to take this body out of the equation, we have to just maintain this body. There are hundreds and thousands of examples in front of each one of us that this body shall not last a second more than what has been ordained. We see very healthy people, very young people, having no medical symptoms, suddenly having a heart attack and dying. And I have enough examples of people who have lived a full life of eating everything that you think you wouldn't want to eat, right? And eating it at the wrong times and not exercising at all, and yet living a good, full life. They go beyond 90, in the mid 90s, they've gone. So we cannot make a rule. We cannot try and, say that, the doctors would want you to believe, all the healers would want you to believe that there is a particular way of doing it. But I'll tell you, there is only one way, and that's God's way. And that is a way of consciousness, that your birth and death has actually been ordained. And that is not your truth. So in this time, instead of trying to look after your body all the time and running after doctors, if you can invest this time and this opportunity that you have been given, for which you have actually come, to realize that you are not this body, but you are that eternal flow, that immortality, that perpetual state of consciousness which is in you and around you, and which is what is the truth of all creation. Which means it's my truth, it's your truth, and it is the truth of everybody who is present in this room today, who's present in the call today, and those, all the insects, birds, animals, grass, soil, the wind, the space, the water, the Mother Earth, and fire, all the five elements are a part of that same one consciousness, that same one reality. So the truth of the butterfly is the truth of this body. The truth of the bird and the truth of the bee is the same as the truth of this body. The truth of the beast and the truth of this body is the same. The truth of the villain and the saint is also the same. The only thing is our perception, is how we have viewed it, how the world has told us to view it. And we have been caught in those cages. And we have encaged ourselves, and we have caged the whole world in our definitions of likes and dislikes. I don't eat this, I don't like this. I don't do this, I do this, right? And in that, we have been caught. And the more we do this, these are all energetic blocks. Those who have been working here with me and who come and do sadhana with me, I provoke you. I will, all the time when you tell me I can't do this, I don't do this, I will only focus on that. Because I know you've created a prison for yourself, you've created a hell for yourself, you just don't know you are in hell. But every such thing which you say I cannot do is actually a prison that we have created for ourselves. And how this flow of energy, this is how the energy, this consciousness stops flowing. I am not able to do this. I cannot do this. I am unable to look at this. The minute you utter these words, all negative words are actually stoppers of consciousness. I cannot do meditation. Never in your life will you ever do meditation. Because there is no ichha. You closed your mind and said, I cannot do meditation. Of course, nothing will happen to you. Right? And remember, there are some people who have all the fearful experiences, all things will come to them because there is nothing else other than manifestation of what's happening inside of you is what is going to come out. You're manifesting your own inner reality. The whole world is a projection. It's an illusion created by our senses. And I want you to come here, sit here, and I'll make you experience that how illusion we get caught into. We keep creating an illusion. We keep creating because we just not listening. We are just not serious to have that experience of the Brahman, the reality, that one consciousness. Because we are so caught up. And therefore, whatever I am speaking right now, everybody who's present here, either physically or on the call, is listening based on their own filters, on the basis of their own perceptions. Everybody is hearing as is convenient to them, as they are used to taking it. So each one of you is taking a different rasa from what I am saying. This used to happen to Baba in Puttaparthi also. It has happened to every master. Master is trying to say the same thing to everybody. There is only that one who will pick up what the master is really trying to say. Everybody else is daydreaming. We're all present here, fully awake. But everybody has a filter. And that filter is through which everything is passing. Everybody is wearing those colored glasses. Somebody has a green filter, somebody has a blue filter, somebody has a brown filter, somebody has a black filter. Those, and therefore, that's what we are seeing. Our vision is colored, our understanding is colored. Everybody, and in our mind, you know what happens when we receive, when we are listening to somebody, we are thinking already, yo, is he pointing to us? Right? And then an inner justification starts. No, but I don't do like this. I'm not like that. No. He must be talking about somebody else. I have a genuine reason for it. I have a general problem in my body. I have a genuine problem here. I have a genuine problem at home. I have a general problem with my mother-in-law. I have a general problem here. He doesn't understand what he's talking about. And the mind keeps creating excuse after excuse after excuse. And we start running away from reality. We say we don't want to go. We don't want to participate. Because how would they understand what is my problem? And this is endless. This is where we are all caught up. We are all caught up in our own make-believe world, because that's the world we have lived in. That's what we have called as reality. And we are very happy to be prisoners of that reality. And therefore, we love it. And the more we keep putting energy in our beliefs, in our ideas, the more it starts to manifest in our life. The more we are convinced, see, I know what is correct for me. You see, this is how it happens for me. And therefore, no one else understands me. Only I understand myself. And we never leave this prison. We're constantly caught in that because we keep creating that reality. You don't listen to me. You don't understand what I'm going through. Okay. If you understand, then you continue to go. And we never are able to experience that flow of consciousness which is glowing, because a mind just doesn't allow us to go there. Mind is so full of things in itself, so full of what it has always believed to be true. How does the mind let go of that? How does the mind break the shackles which we feel comfortable with? It's like the elephant. It feels so comfortable with the stake on which it is tied. It doesn't want to go anywhere. So we like it. We don't want to accept it. The mind is already, half of you have already discounted what I've told you, because we are looking at it, we are receiving it with our own. So the only thing we need to do is unlearn, is to let go, is to commit yourself to experience something that you have never experienced before. Allow yourself the luxury of saying, I shall experience that which I have never experienced before. But to do that, you must first, for some time, make friends, call truce with your mind and say, hang on, So the next 7 days that I'm going to be here, I'm not listening to you. Okay? I'm just going to listen to my heart, and I'm going to experience what the experience is going to be. Don't try to judge what's going to happen. Don't try to judge this. Don't try to put your mind. Don't try, a lot of you come and say, but I don't understand what this is. Who wants you to understand? I want you to experience. Understanding is a faculty of the mind. The problem that we are facing in this reality is our understanding. Because our understanding is based on false premises of incorrect understanding. Our whole premise is built on, our understanding is built on the Sthula Sharira and the Sthul Jagat. This phenomenal world. That's where our basis, there is a challenge. And the only way that you can experience what you have never experienced before, which you cannot imagine, is only if you keep your mind at bay. But what happens? The minute I speak to any one of you, some don't even let me complete my sentence. They're already starting to speak. And the first thing, you know how we answer? But. All of you, I've heard everybody talk to me whenever I start to say something. But my thing is different. No, but you're not understanding me. No, you don't even listen to me. So it starts like that. And I say, oh, the butting has started. That's why maybe they call it the pain in the butt. But the butt is the problem. The butt means the mind is already active. And it is so clever. You see, we don't even realize it, how the mind just comes up. It's like a Sheshnaga. You do something, some movement, and Naga just comes up. Shh. Mind is like that. Anything anybody is saying, which the mind is not comfortable with, right? The Sheshnaga of the mind comes up and is already hissing. Don't listen to him. Don't listen to him. How can it be possible? Do I know him or does he know better? Yeah. And that most of you will understand what I'm saying, because a lot of you have experienced this living in this Gurukulam together. Vanita, Teresa, Ashaji, Philippaji, Kunduviji, they have been really blessed with hammerings on these aspects, because that's the only way for me to say, hello, wake up, please. You're here, but you're missing your reality. You're still caught up in the world you want to create. If you really want to see the real world and you want to experience it, then for some time, just let go. And that is what we spoke about yesterday. And we started off this whole retreat with this understanding that if we want to experience that, then we have to surrender. So if you really want to, I'm not saying you should do it. I'm only recommending, because of course, who am I to tell you anything? I can only guide you and say, for these 7 days that we are going to be together, if you really want to enjoy this retreat means go inwards, retreat all your senses, the 5 sense organs, the 5 organs of action, and that one mind. If you can retreat these inwards, take them inside, and tell them, holiday for you, vacation time, and we are just going to go with the flow. Okay? And any time when any of these 11 start to trouble you, remind them and say, it's your holiday. You report back on duty on 1st of April. Okay? If you can do that, You would really enjoy yourself. You will experience something. I promise you, each one will experience. If you don't experience, then you have to be honest with yourself that you allowed those 11 to come back. Okay. So for 1 week, put them into a lock and key and say, for these 7 days, we will do Namaha at the feet of whoever is your favorite god. Some like Shiva, some like Rama, some like Devi, whoever you like. Please offer it to that and say, we will take it back from you on the 1st of April, and till then we will flow as one in this consciousness. And only, how can you, without swimming, how can you swim? Is there a way of swimming without, experiencing the flow of the Ganges? If you don't, jump into the Ganges, right? If you want to therefore experience the flow of consciousness, how can you experience it unless you jump into consciousness? That's the only way. You can't sit outside and say, oh, that Ganges is going, is very fast. The water is very cold. But how can you figure out what's going on unless you go inside, right? That's why when we used to do retreats in Rishikesh, everybody would, say, oh, we've come here, we have to go inside. Okay? So only when you go inside, you know what it is about. So therefore, if you want to experience consciousness, then there is one way of doing it, which is by allowing ourselves to experience this flow and becoming one with it. But what do? Our mind is so, this thing, it is question after question after question after question. This. Silence everything. People go to Vipassana, pay so much money, register themselves, and then go and do what do they do? Basically silence. Sit there in silence and let all the thoughts come, but do not do anything about it. So this idea is incorrect that if you put it on a WhatsApp message, if you write it, or if you do this, it will go away. The more you keep doing this, the more it will keep happening for you. The only way of stopping this is by not doing anything about it. I know, inside you might have problems in controlling your emotions and energies, but you have to do it, right? You have to stop the flow of things. One day you do it, next day, we again start doing it. We have to check this. We have to look at ourselves and say, I'll never be able to receive what I am meant to receive if I keep doing this. So, I'm just trying to draw a baseline here of what we are going to be doing in this 1 week here. Okay? So, what are the baselines? Number 1, what does surrender mean? Full awareness of what? Awareness of the self. Okay, we'll talk about that. So stop thinking. Okay? We will talk. By the end of this retreat, I will tell you where to use your mind and when not to use your mind. Okay? Because mind is a very important friend. But we just need to know how to start using it. Okay? As someone very beautifully said one day, that now I'm going to start using the mind from now onwards. Till now, my mind has used me. Okay? So mind has to be used, but there comes a time. For this 1 week, I want your mind. Holiday, vacation. Chutti. Okay? So, this 1 week, we will all experience something, but this experience is completely dependent upon if we are able to keep these 11 things aside. I'm going to say that again. The 5 sense organs, okay? And the same 5 action organs. That means not too much talking, okay? Not too much eating. Please watch your food because you're on sadhana here. I know food is very good. but you have to watch your own food. That's why we've kept dinner is very light. Eat sparingly, right? And watch your movements, running here and there. Okay, watch your running away of your mind. So just be careful about using your senses and your action organs and your mind. Just keep them under check. And then tell yourself that I am open to everything, whatever is going to happen in these 7 days. Whatever, if you are being asked to eat something, please eat it. If you have aversions about things, don't worry, nothing will happen to you. You have to just trust that everything is being worked out for you. Okay? Just go ahead with it. Don't ply your mind and don't start asking questions. Let go and you will experience the flow. I assure all of you. But if you do it half-heartedly, if you cheat, then I cannot do anything. But if you do what I'm telling you, then this experience awaits you, right? I remember, like Sir said yesterday, where we started off the discussion, Asha ji also used to tell me when she was in England that I don't experience anything. Everybody experiences, you talk about it. Some others also tell me that they don't experience. And I told Asha ji, come here, then we'll see, right? Today, I'm sure she will share with you. We will have a lot of sharing during this retreat, but she will tell you that she experiences everything, right? So it's just a question of why we are not experiencing. It doesn't lie with anything outside. Everything is inside. Because remember, this whole world, actually everything that's happening is based on what we are feeling inside. What we are experiencing is based on what you're feeling inside. Yad bhavam tad bhavati. And I want you to use this time to live that understanding, to experience it, that how it is happening all the time. And if you understand that it is all to do with what's happening inside of you, is what you're creating outside, then you can, by re-languaging inside, you can change your outside reality, isn't it? If everything is manifestation from within, so first experience it, how it is happening, and I'll make you experience it. And then you will understand, then you will take the responsibility of changing the inner dialogue, starting to change the inner way of perceiving things. Every morning for the last 1 year, we've been sending you videos and messages. I hope you actually read them. I hope you are able to contemplate on them. Every day they are a pointer of how practically you can change your life. But I know most of the people, I send it to hundreds and hundreds of people, but some of them never even open them because they think this guy keeps sending messages. But that doesn't stop us from doing what we have to do. One fine day, we will, like Kumbhakaran, we'll awaken from our sleep, from our slumber, and we'll start listening. Because, God says, I come every day. I come and talk to you every day. I am there, but nobody wants to receive me. Consciousness is always around us, but we are just not willing to receive it, right? And that is the challenge. We keep saying God is not there. God doesn't look after me. God says, I come every time. I come in different forms and shapes and different messages, but you're not listening to me. God is not a person. God is not a form. God is not a name. We've given names to God. But just by giving a name, it doesn't happen. But you must understand who God is. Our challenge is we are looking for God all the time. We don't know who God is. We don't know what to look for when we are looking for God, but we are all searching for God. Therefore, what do we do? People go to a Shiva temple, therefore their God lives there. Somebody says, no. People go to Rama temple, God is there. In a Hanuman temple, in a Devi temple, some people go to church, God is there. Others go to a mosque, there, God is there. Everybody is actually looking for God. That is the one common factor of search, other than very small percentage of atheists in the world. Most of the believers are looking for God, but nobody knows who God is. Nobody know what is it to seek and experience God. But everybody is looking for God. Somebody is looking through chanting. Somebody is looking through rituals. Somebody is looking through making sacrifices. Somebody is going to holy places. But everybody is looking for God. So we will try and not look for God. We will try to experience God, and we will experience God inside us, because that's where He actually is. You do not have to go anywhere looking for God, because as we said, the consciousness is the product. Consciousness is the creator, is the product, and the whole experience of this, everything is just only one. So the Vedas, the Upanishads said, Sarvam Khalvidam Brahma. And that is what we are going to go deeper into, not just the understanding. I think theoretically all of you know it, but we're going to go through the experience of this. What is this one consciousness? How I am that consciousness? How do I get that experience? And what are my challenges that come on the way? And as Paliwal uncle said yesterday, what are our individual kinks? What is it that we have these individual things that are coming as bottlenecks on the way of that experience? And of course, as I keep saying, the most important thing is that we have to have the desire, the intense desire to experience it. Because if you are not seekers of it, then you cannot get it. So are we the seekers or not is a question that we have to ask ourselves. And based on our seeking is how we will receive. So with that, I close the first session and open it for questions and experiences that people are having, because the whole idea of a retreat is it has to be experiential, and we have to start dealing with our challenges and our experiences. So, and that's available to all the people sitting here. And also there are a few of our family who have joined on the group, and we will take their questions as well. Okay.